JC members. We are live. Just going to get my mat a little bit straighter. Okay, so one thing I forgot to get out is a yoga strap. So I need to get my yoga strap. And we will get started in a few minutes. It's underneath this. So you'll need your yoga straps and 2 blocks, maybe 3 if it's helpful to you. It's always nice to have like 4 blocks. Okay. So we're 5 minutes early, and if you want to do some deep breathing with me, or fast forward till the start of class, you can do that. I'm just walking the sit bones out. Starting with that deep breath awareness before class is very nice because it allows the mind, the brain to kind of ground the body in a sense as you bring your awareness internally instead of normally externally. So whether you want to sit cross-legged on a block, if sitting like this is a little bit too much, you could do that. So I'm just resting the palms on tops of the knees, palms facing up. It's okay to move around, wiggle around. But to find your awareness into the breath, you want to find the deepest place to inhale and draw the breath up and find the expansive quality of the breath as you take it in. And as you exhale, you're exhaling out the breath slowly as if you were to allow a little bit of air out of a balloon. Sometimes when you're sitting in a meditative set, focusing on the breath, the mind can distract you. So there's mantras to help you stay focused. A Kundalini mantra that is very well known is Sat Nam. So you can say it out loud or you can say it internally. But as you say Sat Nam, it's inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam, inhaling Sat. I'll take the eyes to the third eye point, inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Nam, we pull the belly in. Sat is an expansive vibration. Nam, drawing inwards. Become an observer of your breath observer of yourself. So let's begin our practice and slowly move our palms to the mat. Moving very still. I have a blanket underneath the knees. If you like that, you can add that. Separating the fingertips wide, looking at the crease of the wrist and making sure that it's aligned with the front edge of the mat. The elbow point is rolling in. It should be pointing towards your thighs. Well, there's no sinking in our tabletop. We have to press vigorously between the first finger and thumb. But let's create a little vinyasa, but by sinking and pressing. A little vinyasa through the neck, the shoulders, as this is a foundational move, foundational pose, a grounding pose. So if you focus your energy on the grounding nature of this move, which is pressing through the palms, pressing through the tops of the feet. When you press and lift the ribs up, shoulder blades separate. When you sink the ribs down, the shoulder blades move towards each other. There's no overarching in the low back. Inhale as you sink, exhale as you press. Inhale. One more. Good. Let's take this tabletop to cat, but maybe we release the neck very slowly first, then around into cat. And making sure the shoulders are over the tops of the wrists, inhaling forward, looking forward. Do your best not to overarch here. Exhale, round. Now, if you want to move faster, you can. But this class is specifically for opening mobility and trying to release some of these areas of the neck, the back, the hamstrings, and the hips that are limiting mobility. So moving slower and focus with the breath is where I'm going to stay. 2 more. One more. Good, a little toe stretch. So tuck those toes under. So a lot of people can feel a lot of tension, tightness, or pain in the toes. So by moving the hips slowly back to the heels and then back up again, one, we're firing up some energy in the thighs, the knees, and the belly, as well as the arms, but we're gently moving our way into the toes. And each little press is relieving some tension, hopefully, for you. Inhale, deep breath. So when we move our weight back and hold, hopefully it's not as painful, right? So when you go first into a stretch, that can be painful. Moving in and out of it a few times before you put the weight into that pose can make it feel a little bit better. And if it feels a little bit better, you're more likely to do it. So I'm just taking my hand and add more weight. If you feel comfortable and you want to take all of your weight onto your toes, do so. But then I would ask you to move your heels together and your inner knees together. If you need a prop, I have 2 blocks right here. You can put these blocks the narrow way right underneath the hips. Takes a little of the pressure off. So 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Let's lift off of our toes. Inhale and grab the forearms behind you. Inhale, lifting. Flatten the tops. So if the forearm grabbing is a little bit, challenging for the shoulder, you can reach for wrists, or right here is a little bit less, okay? Intensity in the stretch. 2 more breaths here. Rolling that chest up, shoulders down. 1 more breath, lift the chest up. Move those elbows down the back. Press the forearms into the low back. Breathing into the shoulders. So it's kind of mimicking a little bit of a camel pose. And we'll release the arms, inhaling up. Reach it, exhale down, palms to mat. So I'm gonna grab some mat and then lift the hips up, press the chest to the thighs, moving back to tabletop. So this is creating some strength and stretch in the toes. Lift the hip up, down dog, high heel, bent knee. Look between your thumbs. Lower your knees down. Feel the quadriceps working, right? Press those hips up. Push through your palms and move your chest to the thigh. Move your heart in between those thumbs or the eyes and lower those knees down. Last time. Lift. Feel those thighs working. Come on. And push those hips back. And move the heart forward and lower down. That was it on that. So let's take our knees together. Deep breath in. Just going to circle my right ankle. Reversing. Scrunch the toes, separate the toes. And lift the heel up and down, activating the glutes. Strengthening our tabletop position and our balance through our hips. And hold. Lower your left elbow down to the mat. If you need a little bit more space with your right shoulder, take your right hand out to the very edge of that mat. As you push your right heel up to the ceiling and that right hip lifts and stacks above the left, look underneath the right underarm. So this is called down dog scorpion. We're opening up the hips. You're firing up your glutes because you're pushing through that high right heel. Push it back. Roll the heart up and release. Extend the right leg to straight. Inhale and bring my palm in a little bit. So now my palm, wrist, elbow is a straight line. Walk the left hand into a spider finger and now even out the hip. So your right hip could be too high. So lower the right hip down. Now we're lifting the left arm up, inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale, reach. 3 more. Inhale, 2. 1 more. Palms down. Placing the right ball of the foot down, tuck the toes under. So if you can see that right heel is getting a nice stretch, push that right heel down. Inhale, deep breath, and then lift the hips up. Focus on that Achilles stretch for 3 deep breaths. You can always walk your palms in a little bit more. 2 more. One more breath. And lower the left knee down. Inhale the right leg forward. Big step. Right foot forward. Inhale the right arm up. Nice rotation through the spine. 2 more breaths. Make sure you have a long neck. Draw that left shoulder down the back. 1 more breath. Rotate and twist. Sweep that right arm forward on the outside of the right thigh and straighten the left. Holding that low lunge and push your left leg to straight. Re-extend the right arm up. If it bothers the neck, you can look down. And 1.
palm to mat. Inhale, deep breath. Pull that left foot in, pull it in to the right foot. Inhale, palms to shins and look forward, Uttasana. Now notice if you're leaning a lot of weight on the shin. Let's fix that by lifting up through the belly, through the chest, and lightly touch your palms to the shin. More flexible can reach fingertips to toes or fingertips to blocks. And exhale, slowly forward fold. Let it hang here. 3 more breaths. Good, and 1. Slowly bend your knees and take your palms to the mat. Inhale, right, left leg back. Make sure the hips aren't too high or too low. 2 more breaths. And lift the hips up, pushing through the palms. Now bend your knees and continue to lift the tail up. One more breath. And lower the knees down. Look between the thumbs. And right elbow down. Left heel up. Oh, I'm sorry. We have to start back. Tabletop position. Hug the knees in. Left leg, circle that toe, ankle. Good. Reverse it. Keep your breath fluid. Scrunch those toes, separate the toes. Lift the heel up, activate the glute, and down. So this little activation of your glute is for the modified scorpion. So squeeze here. So as you inhale, as it goes down, exhale, squeeze into the glute. Find your core. Inhale. Exhale, press that heel. Find the glute and bring it in. You want to find the engagement. So if you don't look for it, you're not going to find it. So squeeze a little bit in there. 2 more. Hug the muscle. 1 more. Now lift and hold. Extend the left. Good job. Inhale a deep breath. Spider finger. This is balance. Spider finger, right palm. Walk it forward. Now try to stay lifted. You want to lighten up your weight on your right hand. Deep breath in. We're going to lift and lower right arm. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Extend. 4. 3 more. 2. 1 more. Elbow down. Lift that left heel up. Find the glute. Push that left hip back so it's stacked above the right. Now tuck the chin to the chest and look underneath the left underarm. 2 more breaths. And 1. And extend. And bring that left palm down. Flex the left toe. Feel that Achilles stretch. Press through the palms and maybe lift up through the right knee. 2 more breaths. And 1. Press your dog. A little vinyasa flow. Heels lift. Look between the thumb. To modify your chaturanga, lower the knees. Bend the elbows and move the tail and the chin. Tail up, chin to the floor. Inhale, heart forward, roll the shoulders back, baby cobra. Keep the shoulders moving down the back. A modified exit is lift those hips and push back to down dog. Starting to feel good. A little tail puppy wag. A vigorous press through the palm. Walk those feet together. Sweep that right foot back. And inhale the right leg up and down. Big step, right foot, look to the right thumb as you bring that right foot forward. Good. Hold that low lunge. Inhale the right arm up. Lower the left knee down. Reach back to the back right heel. Sweep the right arm forward. Palm to mat. Maybe bend the elbows. Maybe elbows to the floor. Pull the right knee to the shoulder. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale back up. Find that low lunge. Right foot back. Hold the plank. We're not going to flow here. We're going to just change legs. Left arm, leg moves forward. Inhale, big step. Sweep that left arm up. Lower the right knee down. Chop back to the back heel. Big sweeping left arm. Palm to mat. Maybe bend the elbows. Maybe elbows to the mat. Pull the left knee into the shoulder. Palms back to mat. Inhale. Lifting. Hand on the outside. Pull. So to get out of that, you try to get your left knee underneath and slide it back. Chaturanga. So we'll lower the knees, or you do your full chaturanga. Roll the shoulders back. Baby cobra. Hips lift. Down dog. Wag your tail. Good. Did I do? Step your feet together. Walk your feet to your hands. Move to chair. Lower your hips. Sweep your arms up. Inhale. 3 deep breaths. Move those shoulders back. Hug the inner thighs. 2. Press up to stand. Inhale, lift. Sweep those arms up and out to the sides. Forward fold down. Bend the knees a little bit if you need to. Grab behind the legs and tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, palms to mat. Walk your right leg back, left leg back. Hold a plank. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Let's open our chest. Lower your knees. Lower your elbows. Extend the right arm forward. Wrist, elbow, shoulder aligned, and lower the forehead. Flatten the tops of the feet. Press through the right hand and lift the tail. Arch the back. Inhale up, other side. Reach and extend. Forehead down. Tail up, press down through the tops of the feet. Release. Inhale, elbows down. Deep breath in. Extend both palms. Reach it, heart down. Over time, as the chest opens, the chin and heart might come to the mat. But for now, it might be the forehead down as you look for the press through the palms If possible, the forearms are lifting off the mat. If not, you're doing your best through extending. And as you release, press elbows, tuck tail, tuck chin, hips down to the mat, releasing into Sphinx pose. Elbows come in and you're looking for that elbow-shoulder alignment. As you inhale, lift the chest and move the shoulders back. Scoop the navel in and look over the right shoulder. Inhale, maybe you see a back heel, look for the other heel if possible. Release, other side, inhale, deep breath. Tucking the chin into the shoulder, looking over the shoulder. Look a little bit past the shoulder. Inhale, heart forward. Press through the palms and lift the heart. Do your best not to compress into the low back. Make sure your heart goes forward, shoulders go down. And slowly release. Palms underneath those shoulders, elbows in. Inhale, tuck the toes. Roll the shoulders back. 1, 2, press. Let's build some upper body strength. Like chaturanga. Moving down 8 times. Just work on your first finger and thumb staying connected or rooted to the mat. I don't know, I lost count, but let's go for 3 more. One more. And this one we come down and hold. Reach those arms back, interlace, and lift those knuckles. So as we extend to the tops of the feet and press down through those hip bones as we lift, inhale, deep breath. Work those shoulders away from the ears. 2 more breaths. Rest on your left forearm and pull your right heel back. If you can't reach it, your focus is level hip bones. Pull your heel back to wherever you can and reach. If you grab it, you grab it. Inhale, deep breath. Pull and lead the right knee out of the hip. And release. Inhale, other side. So same concept, hip bones focused first. Pull the heel back to wherever you can reach. Grab it if you can. Work the left kneecap out of the left hip. Lengthen that left leg. Release back to Sphinx pose, inhale. Press to the elbows, scoop the navel in. Look over the shoulder. Other side. Back to front. Tuck your toes. Palms underneath the shoulders, slowly lower down and roll the shoulders back like a chaturanga. 1, 2, hips press back. Palms to mat, inhale, strong straight arms. Press into the mat as the hips lift into your down dog. Your heels can be high, knees can be bent, and wag your tail. Wag the hips side to side. Find your center. Lower your heels, straighten the legs out a little bit more. Deepen that down dog. Step the feet together. Right leg lifts up and down. One more. Big step, right foot forward. Hold your low lunge. Straighten your left leg. Inhale the right arm up. Let's repeat this rotation. Down, up. If you need, the left hand can be resting on a block. That might give you a little bit more range of motion through your spine. One more. Hold. Left knee down. Reach for the back heel. Maybe lift and lower your back heel. If it's not comfortable to the knee, don't do it. You could maybe work with your toes by just pointing and flexing. 3, 2, 1. Hold wherever you are. Inhale, lift the chest. And release the left. Big sweeping right. Arm to the front. Both hands can be resting on blocks. Bend the elbow and slowly lower down. Maybe bringing your elbows to the blocks or the floor. As we release, use your hands to rise. Keep the navel in. Take each block in each hand, the high height. Walk your right knee to the left about an inch or two. So now what you're looking for is heel, knee, hip, a straight line. Palms underneath the shoulders. Point and flex. Point and flex. Now move your chest up to feel the stretch even more. And here you go. Hold your toe, inhale up. Now we're going to move into a little thoracic rounding of the spine and then flat. Flatten the spine. And exhale, round and flat. Inhale, deep breath. Lower the torso down. So you can do that by bending the elbows a little bit, lengthening the crown of the head to the toes, moving the chin to the knee or to the shin. 3 deep breaths wherever you can go. Inhale, deep breath, lengthen the crown of the head. So that means the back of the neck should feel long as possible. Inhaling up. Pull your right heel in, so that means into the body. Bend the right knee. Here we go. Hands to the thighs. Take the belly, pull in and tuck the pelvis. Tuck the pelvis, tuck the pelvis until you can feel that left leg hip flexor stretching. Left arm inhales up. There you go. If you feel comfortable, right arm inhales up. Drop your right hip down. If your right hip is high, drop it down. Lift, 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 lift the chest up. And release. Palms to the block. Walk the block, walk the block. Lift your left leg to straight. You're in a low lunge. Bend. Lift, bend the left knee, lift, 2, one more, bend and step up and back down. So 4 of those. Lower the left, a little lunge, push into the right, and lift. One more. Lift and step your left foot to your right. Inhale, move your blocks in front of you. You can always lower them or change the height. Look forward, inhale, deep breath. Uttasana, exhale, forward fold. Let the crown drop down. Grab onto the backs of the legs and vigorously hug yourself in. Inhale, palms to mat. Lower your knees until you meet your palms to mat and walk your right, left leg back. Hold a plank. Chaturanga, your choice. I'm going to modify it. Lowering the knees, bending the elbows and moving the chin to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Down dog. Wag your tail. Walk your dog. One heel lifts, one heel press. Press your dog. That means move your chest to your thighs by pushing vigorously through your palms. Step your feet together. And your left leg lifts up and down. And take a big step, left foot forward. Your right hand can be on a block if needed. Left arm up. We're going to twist with that a couple times. Drop it down and lift it up. One more. Hold. Lower the right knee down slowly. Chop back to the back heel. Maybe try, you can just keep it there, or you can lift that toe and down and lift. If you can get there, eventually you'll get here, maybe a little movement over time. And then when that quadricep opens up, then you'll work towards this. Wherever you are, you're holding 3 breaths. 2 more. And 1. Release the right, sweep that left. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we take our blocks, lift the hips up, move our heel back just a little bit, hand to the left thigh, inhales up, right arm, inhales up. Feel comfortable there? Left arm, inhale, up. Pulling the belly in, drop your left hip. A tendency will be the left hip will be too high, so we want to pull the left hip down, reach it up through the heart. And inhale, exhale, hands down. Okay, so we're going to move our hips back, move the blocks back, point and flex. Lift the toe and hold. We did a little thoracic rounding through our spine. We tuck the chin, round it out. Inhale, heart moves forward, lengthen, shoulders back. And round it out. And inhale, forward. Just take your time, take a little massage. Round it out. Inhale, forward. One more. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, hold. Lift the chest. Good. So we pull the heel back. We're going to move into that lunge. Bend the left knee. Walk your blocks. Straighten your right leg. So you inhale up. Inhale, lift. Good. And lower. Inhale, lift. Find your abdominals and down. Inhale, lift. Press through the palms. Pull the belly in. And down. Inhale, lift. Stay connected to the abs and the left heel, pushing down. Okay, so now we walk it forward. Inhale, we lift up. Slowly bend the left knee to lower the right foot down. And lift up. And slowly bring that right foot down. Almost there. Just have one more. We're slowly building up strength and lift and hold. Good. Now release. Right foot down. Uttasana. You can change your block. So we want a flat back here. So you can do, the ultimate is fingertips to toes with a flat back. Otherwise it's palms to shins. Fingertips to blocks. 3 deep breaths. 2 more breaths. And 1 folding. Take your time. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, fold it down. One more breath. Shaking the head can help release some tension in the neck. We won't release all of it, but anything can help if we try. Oscillation in between the vertebrae, and then we'll slowly take our hips to the mat. Okay, let's do some abdominals. We're going to take our block, hold it so the elbows are underneath the wrists, rolling down and lifting up. Now, if that's too challenging, you can put the block down. You can grab your thighs, slowly roll down till you get your elbows, roll your spine down. Then lift the head, squeeze into the belly, push your elbows, hand, hand. Your goal is to try to stay centered. Then you can grab your thighs and lift back up. Okay, so you'll get there if you just keep trying. Roll it down, elbow, elbow. And then pull the belly in, elbows press, reach for those thighs, and assist. So let's do 8 more, wherever you are. If you need to take a break, you do that. Ultimately, we're looking for control and fluidity. If we don't have it, we can restore it in the body. You just have to keep working. Learn to dig your heels. It really helps you ground your pelvis. So you want to feel heavy feet. That's the challenging thing, especially as you're going down. 2 more. One more. So the next movement in fitness is called a Russian twist, but it's very good for yoga as well. So we're going to take our block, rib cage up, lean back, and now tap, bicep curl, tap. So there's a little twisting, right? Little twisting through the thoracic, but what I want you to notice is your hips, your pelvis. We want to feel grounded. We want to feel that rooted sensation. And you can tell if your hips are rooted or grounded by the stability. They're not moving. So if you're twisting your torso and a little bit of your hip bones are picking up on either the right or left side, start to feel that. You want to feel like if I'm going to my left, I want to keep my right hip bone down. If I'm moving to my right, I want to keep my left hip bone down. 2 more. Good. 1 more. Then we have Dandasana. Great. Now this is optional, but this will help you with alignment, is to take your block. I'm going to come off of my blanket. To take your block and put it in between your heels. Okay? So we're looking for that inner heel to press
into the block. And what does that do? It creates Mula Bandha in the pose. So as you press your inner heel into that block, what else happens? Your quadriceps work. So by pulling the belly in. Now, if we don't sit up very straight in this pose, and then we're like a little tucked, go ahead and take your other block right underneath your hips. Now, it's okay to bend your knees as we're looking for the hips to be straight and the spine to be straight. So keep holding and keep working. I'll go through it again. What are we working on? Inner heels, press into the block. Activated the inner thighs. Lift the kneecaps so the quadriceps firm. Pull the low navel in. Arms are straight. Lifted heart, lifted chin. Because we're normally like this. We're weakening our neck muscles. We're overworking them. Lift the chin. 3 deep breaths. 2 more. All the way in, inhale. All the way out. Okay, grab your other block. If you don't have it because you're sitting on it, you don't need it. You could just use your hands, or you could take your strap and just hold it, right? Just like you have something to hold. We're going to do the abdominal twist again. Sit up tall through the chest, lean back a little bit. Oh, feel the challenge. There it is. Hug your block and tap, twist, and down. What are we focusing on? Our hip stability. Two. One more. Dandasana with extended arms. Inhale up and down. Inhale up. Now notice that I'm working my elbows up. So when I bend the elbow and I'm drawing the elbow down, then the elbow leads up, 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 up. Extend through the fingertips. 4 more. We feel the work in our legs and our core from this Dandasana. 3. Strengthening our sit position. 2. Woo, it's getting a little tiring too. And 1 more. We have a nice forward fold. Lift and reach up through those fingertips. Inhale. Lead the block. Dig your heels. You want heavy legs. So push, 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 push. Reach, 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 reach. Any part of that leg you're reaching. Inhale, deep breath. Now for a stronger back, you can inhale the head up, pull the belly in. For a weaker back, or to be a little bit more sensitive, you're going to roll up. The strong exit is inhaling up and down. So let's move into pigeon, which is a hip stretch. Now, if you like, you can do reclined. So the eye of the needle stretch, if your knees would prefer that. So there's a lot of different ways to get into your pigeon. You can just simply go into your tabletop position. You can do a down dog and a fancy leg lift and bring it in. So you just want to take your right knee to your right hand and then slide your right heel through. Tuck your left toe under and walk your left foot back. As you're lowering your hips, if you notice that the hips don't make it to the mat, you can grab your block, put it on the right side of the hip, start again, lift the hips and stuff it right underneath there.
The next thing you look for is the left leg to straighten out as much as you can. Take your time, especially if you feel tight. You're going to roll your left hip down, and there's the depth of your stretch. Now, if you like, you can take your other block and use it as a little bit of a rest for your elbows so you can come down a little bit further. And we slowly rise, inhale, deep breath, lifting. Take your time as you come out of this pose. We'll sit into the right hip and extend the left leg and sweep it around, inhaling a deep breath, press the left foot. You can also sit on the block and hug the left knee into the chest. Whether you sweep your arm back, just extending, or you reach up to the sky if the shoulder allows you. Inhale deeply, scoop the navel in, exhale, twist. Two more breaths. One more breath. Keep your spinal twist and then look to the other side. And as you release, a little abdominals, grabbing the block and rolling down. If you want to work a little bit more, arms over the head and lift. Let's do four more. Good, one more. Good, walk onto your sits. Sit up nice and tall, laying back and twist. You're doing your best to keep your hips from rocking. Exhale as you twist. One more each side. Good. Straighten the legs. Take the other block, inner heels, grab the block. Flex the toes. As your inner heels press the block, what's firing up? Your inner thighs, low abs, pull them in, knees lift up. Oh, let's hold our Dandasana. Shoulders back, lifting through the crown of the head. Little ab
work with Dandasana in our block if we need, or we have our strap, just holding it for something. And exhale as we move down, rolling down and up. Let's say that's very challenging. What do? You roll down, hand, elbow, roll it down, lift the head, elbows, hands, press you up. It's a tucked pelvis as you roll it down. More advanced, a little harder, arms over the head. And really work your inner heels to that block. Three more. Two. One. Hug that block. Dandasana, walk your sit bones out with extended arms. Up. Down, exhale. Inhale up. And down. Keep those elbows hugging into the body. Three more. Don't forget about that block in between the feet. Keep hugging. Two. And one. That was it on that. Let's move to our pigeon. Pull your legs in. So you either are doing your sew the eye of the needle stretch here, or your pigeon. I did the right leg last time. So to get into the pose, you can move to tabletop. You can pull your knee in. If you want to do a little extra, down dog. Left leg sweep, big step. Left knee in and through. Right? Or your tabletop, left knee to the hand, pull the heel through, walk your back toe. So if your hips are tight, you're going to go slow like this. If your hips are up, you're going to put a block underneath your hip so you can rest the hip, work on straightening the leg. If needed, the other block can move for your elbows. Deep breaths. As you focus that inhale through the nose. Almost there. See if you can relax the neck. Allow the shoulders to fall down. As we slowly rise, take a moment as you come up. I'm going to roll to the left hip. Sweep the right leg around the body. Help it out if needed. Place the right foot down. It's okay to sit on a block if you need. Grab the right, either sweep and open, or if the shoulder allows, reach it up and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Keep your spinal twist. Let's look to the other shoulder. So just turn your neck, your head. Deep breaths. And release. Inhale, Dandasana. Sit up nice and tall. Shoulders back. Dandasana, extended arms. Move the shoulders down the back. Pull the navel in. Keep your feet flexed. The backs of the knees are heavy to the mat. So we're rolling down. Maybe you want to grab a block close to you in case we need them. And your strap. Rolling it down. Let's take our strap into the right ball of the foot. Straighten your left leg. Flex both feet. Just 4 times. We're going to quickly go through our hip. Exhale, pull. And push. Exhale, pull. Now, if you need to modify this, you can modify it by putting a block underneath the head. That might help you. You also can bend the left. 2 more. 1 more. Now, little circle, heel. Try to keep the hips. Reverse. Keep those hips heavy down. Just quickly going through it. Open and bring it in. A little bit farther. Open and bring it in. A little farther. Open and bring it in. Last time. As far as you can go. Cross it over. Left hand. Lift it up. Cross it over. Lift it up. Cross it over. Hold. The leg can rest on the block. Inhale. 3 deep breaths. 2. You can always pull that leg with the strap to intensify the stretch. And 1. Inhale. Right hand to the strap. Lift the right leg up. Root yourself through your left. Pull your left foot in. Adjust your hips and change your leg. The right knee can be bent, otherwise extended to straight. Pull in 4 times and push heel away. Circle the heel. And reverse. Left hand has the strap. Open, close. Open a little bit more. Close. Open a little bit farther. Close. Open as far as you can go. Deep breath in. Out. Use your abs. Lift the leg. Exhale. Right hand has the strap. Cross it over and lift. Cross it over and lift. Finishing up. Cross it over and hold.
The foot can rest on the block. Deep breath in. And out. Deep breath in. And out. Left hand grabs the strap, lift it up, release. We're moving straight into Sava for a short Sava, and that's where we'll end our practice. Extend those toes out to the corners of the mat. Walk the shoulders down the back. Palms are up, slightly away from the hips. Deep inhales through the belly. As we close our practice, you can continue laying in Sava or wiggle the toes and inhale the arms over the head. Move your heels together. Reach and stretch the body long. Sweep the arms around to the sides of the body. Hug your right left knee to the chest. Open the knees and hug towards the shoulders. Close the knees and fall to the fetal position on either the left or the right. On your next inhale, press yourself up to sit. Inhale. As you move to sit, palms rest on tops of the thighs. 3 deep breaths to close your practice. Final breath. Hug the Mula Bandha, hug everything. Exhale. Palms to heart. Inhaling, namaste. Thank you for allowing me to teach you today. I hope your mobility feels better and will improve every week. Hope to see you in class next time. I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12:30 at the Town Club. Bye. Have a great day.